this person has also told other person, you know that heat treatment when you are carrying out general annealing, hardening, tempering, it is for specific steel, die steel, tool steel, like that. And some steels when you require a hard surface, fatigue resistance, wear resistance and toughness in the core, a good impact value, then you have to go for a carburizing or sanding, natting, like that. Same. That means again lot of places it is observed that people are not knowing exactly the principle and what. I'm sorry, your experience, you are working, you might be knowing. But it is still it is observed that this is the material. The person tells that this is the material, you can go for a hardening. You should know what you require. You want so and so properties at the surface, core or total properties, uniform properties. He only knows that hardness is so and so required. The person and operator, he is only just carrying out the regular practice and he don't know how to carry out the flow diagram. Because setting is there, people should train on that basis. You are working for this. Whether you know this, how to do this, confirm and then carry out one by one. Ultimately it was found that he has put that material, water media it was normally it is in water, he has put into the oil, complete the fumes were there, and we have to call that fire brigade. And it was coming in that, it is experience. Means people should take each and every care nowadays because it is a dangerous thing. It is a very management process. So carry out technological and management process both combined, then and then you can get the quality product. That is why first of all I told you what is our objective, what is our material, what process we should follow as per ISO, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I am doing as per this. Okay, now I can control the process and therefore I will give the good quality product. So such a things are required, I hope so. As per the processes, annealing is there, oxidation is common, carburization is required, decarburization is not required. Correct? The oxidation means it is a scale formation and more details already my friend has given to you. And that why it is occur, when it is occur, at what temperature it is there, that is the characteristics of the steel, furnace condition and like that. And it is a major problem nowadays that more oxide film is formed, scaling is formed which will reduce the total weight, surface condition and other thing. It is a big problem which was observed in so many components, automobile components and other. Wherever in the 2-3 foundries were there and they have reduced this problem slowly by controlling the temperature, controlling some productive these components which we have tried there, and then it was a good. But you can't say that 100% scaling can be avoided. Correct? Can you give the justice for that because you are sorry, because you are trying to eliminate, you are trying to minimize. But total weight of the scaling and total weight of the component, and that we have to balance. So it is necessary to go for particularly heavy components when they are heated at a high temperature, and if it is not there, then it is more problem. Secondly, the decarburization effect is there. Oxygen combines with iron at a particular temperature, iron oxide will form, which will maintain scaling details. Similarly, iron can be decomposed because of the oxygen out, and that is a decarburization. Correct? And to control the decarburization, otherwise your iron content will be less in the material. So how you can control? So decarburize, some layers are there, some coatings are also there for that, and you can have control only that. Now in process parameter particularly, earlier Gajari has told this is the iron carbon diagram and these are the temperatures, correct? And again I told you that you set your temperature, specifications, this is my component, this is the weight, this is the design, this treatment, naturally I am setting the temperatures on the basis of iron carbon diagram, correct? If you are controlling the temperature correctly, and if you are having a concept of the plus minus temperature, what will happen? When we say that 920 degrees centigrade is there and if the temperature is 950, what will happen? You will say from the diagram, there is no change in the austenitical other thing. Already austenity is there, na? So whatever it may be phase, you will get it. But no. For every 1 or 2 degrees of phase temperature changes, there is a difference. That is what you can see, that from 723 to 840, 850, 900, for every 2 degree, 5 degrees centigrade, what is the change of the grain size? Effect of the grain size on properties of steel, it is there during the heat treatment. So we have to control the grain size by proper heating. Maintain the temperature, control the grain size, select the proper specification. In addition, design consideration. Correct? Design considerations are very important for this. If you are saying that it will remove or we can maintain in the final machining or final grinding operation, why? We will avoid that one as far as possible. Correct? So that concept should be developed with us, our people, that how we can balance it. The next is for normalizing the similar types of the defects are there. Coming to the hardening, because these are the common methods which are used and common defects are there. So particularly for hardening, once we know, a lot of people have the concept, hardening, na? That means you are heating and putting into the quenching tank. They don't know. And that's why you are not getting, our interest is correct properties. Why you give the some range? Hardness should be from 50 to 55. Why? Why not 50? Why not 52? That is what I told. Correct specification we should achieve and avoid the defects. Correct? So structure. Structure is also one of the important factor. What is the structure before the heat treatment? What structure is required after the heat treatment? What structure you are getting after heat treatment? If you can control that naturally, you can avoid the further defects. Say for example, in the annealing of low carbon steel, Widman-Stratton structure is there. Right? Widman-Stratton structure means there are less than 0.8, more than 0.8, that you have seen that. If you can take the steel and which is heated at a higher temperature and slowly cooled, so what is required? Ferrite and perlite is required. But what happened, that pro-eutectoid ferrite will come at the grain boundaries, which is not required. And if it is not controlled, it will come in the grain. First of all, it comes into the grain boundary, it comes in the grain, different crystallographic plane, and you are getting different thing. Correct? So how to control this? Selection of specification of material, proper heat treatment, and see that you are getting regular ferrite perlite structure. Otherwise, it will be defective. What is the impact of the defect of such a type of structure? Low impact, low strength, hardness is not uniform. So normally you will find that there is no consistency in the hardness. Actually, if you can take the 50 samples, you should get the same hardness. Na? Why you are not getting? Draw SQC curve and see that how many hardness variation is there and why. Of course, batch type we are going for controlling the defect. Alright, this at 3 o'clock so many samples were there, hardness. By 4 o'clock so and so, time base if you can say, so many hardnesses are there. Person is same, equipment is same, environment conditions are same, by process you are getting the different hardness. Why? Think into that. So it is necessary to think from that quality control point of view. Then and then you can have a better performance, uniform consistency in the hardness, strength, mechanical properties. So structure you have to control, properties you have to control, overall specifications you have to control, and then you can get the good product. At least zero defect is not there, at least your direction should be at least to the zero defect concept, like that. Secondly, in the hardening, temperatures are very important to control according to the specification. which type of the hardening you are doing. Number of methods are there for hardening. Which type of the quenching, already it has told water is recommended for plain carbon steel, oil is recommended for alloy steel and polymer and so type of the quench and type of the alloy steel and what type of the specification you can get. Cutting tools are, thin sections are there, sharp corners are there, you can control like that. So control this type of the techniques. Next you can control the design factors. If intricate designs are there in the component, definitely you are getting the stress, right? And again you are going for a alloy steels, and with them then higher stresses will be developed. One, because of the errors in your process parameter and because of the retained austenite. Austenite should not retain after heat treatment in the product. It will reduce the properties of material and failure will occur. So retain austenite percentage, how much it is there and what efforts you are taken to reduce the retain austenite by different way. Like in ball bearings, dies, cutting tools, major areas, correct? It is necessary to control the structure properties, Widman-Staton structure, retain austenite structure, like that. Next is the we are going for a tempering, say for example, tempering is carried out, or why tempering is carried out, sir? Hardening, after hardening tempering is there, na? Why it is carried out? Huh? To relieve the internal stresses caused during the hardening. Because if you are taking the cold rolled brass sheet, stresses are there. So different. Correct? So like that, in that case tempering is not done. Annealing is done.